Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Joanna.
So over the last year and a half, Canada, and in particular Ontario, has talked a lot about becoming a hub for electric vehicle manufacturing. You know, this is important to the future of our auto sector. And we've attracted billions of dollars in battery and EV related investments. Now, how does a national zero emission vehicle mandate interact with this vision of becoming an EV hub?
That's a very good question. Some people might think it has nothing to do with it, but actually it does. I'll give you a perfect example. Back in 2011, for those of you who don't remember this, the federal government and the Ontario government both invested $70 million to help the assembly of the Toyota RAV4 EV, which was an electric SUV. Keep in mind that back then, there was a rebate in Ontario of up to $8,500 to purchase an electric vehicle. So even though there was a rebate, because of the fact that there was no mandate and therefore no obligation for manufacturers to sell electric cars in Ontario or Canada for that matter, 100% of these Toyota RAV4 EVs were sent south of the border where there was regulation. So, I mean, that's ridiculous when you think about it. What that means is that Ontario taxpayers, Canadian taxpayers who had helped the assembly of those electric vehicles could not buy one even though they could live 2 kilometers away from the plant. So if we do not want to repeat that particular problem, meaning that there's, 15 ZEV states in the US, plus BC, plus Quebec, that could mean that if we do not have a national ZEV mandate, people in Ontario could end up not being able to have access to those EVs made in Canada with their taxpayers' money.
Right. So, you know, Ford Motor Company has committed to produce 5 EV models in the next few years. Stellantis has done the same. And what you're saying is that even though Ontarians would be making these vehicles, we're not going to be able to have access. We can't go over to a dealership and buy them because they're all going to get shipped to other provinces and states that do have these requirements, the ZEV mandates in place to sell those vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I see the importance of this policy federally to make sure that made in Canada EVs are available to Canadians.
Yeah.
As well as the cost savings and the emission reductions that these clean cars provide.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was at the House of Commons last year and I mentioned that particular example, you know, about the Toyota RAV4 EV, the MPs were stunned that such a thing could happen. Well, it still can. So that's why it's very important for us to have a national ZEV mandate.